Welcome back on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside Coach Garrett Gleckler of the cross-country team. First year for you as head coach here, but you've been with the program multiple years.
Yeah, 3 years as an assistant and now first year as a head here at Bryan, and I'm super excited.
You also get involved in the track team, so you get to see some of these kids in different roles, right?
Right, absolutely, yeah. So it's kind of a continuation of I guess, running all year round, really, for me and for the kids.
Now, last year we had a very special track season or cross-country season, and a record holder in Joshua Taylor, kid that's going to go run Division I at Toledo. And he was really the leader of the team last year. Is it really hard to replace somebody like that, not only as a runner but also as a team leader?
It is. I mean, it's hard to find someone who was a two-time all-state performer and just a great overall person and great leader. But I think Xander Fackler's really kind of picked up the slack early as a junior to kind of take the lead.
And those two guys ran together a lot of the season last
year. They did. Yeah. Josh took Xander under his wing these last couple years, Xander's freshman and sophomore season, and now Xander's rocked and ready to go, I think, this season, and ready for some big performances.
In addition to Josh, did you have many other seniors on the team last year?
We had Ethan Cerny, Blake Grube, and I believe that was it. I believe we just had 3 seniors.
And both the boys and girls have cross country in the fall together. They don't run together usually, but they are at least on a team together, practice together, things like that. So let's talk about numbers for this year. Where are you at as far as boys and girls?
Yeah, so boys numbers are around 15, and then girls we just barely have a full team. So we have 6, possibly a 7th girl joining here soon. So we'll have just a full team for girls, and then for boys we have about the normal number of what we would usually have, anywhere from 15 to 18. So 15's not a bad number to have for boys. So we do have a full varsity, and then we should have a full JV team too.
That's nice. Tell me a little bit about cross country and how it's set up, and what distance you run and things like that for people that might be unfamiliar.
Yeah, so at the high school level they run a 5K, which is 3.1 miles, and typically, I mean, all races are that. We don't have any that are any shorter than that. I know occasionally you'll find teams that'll schedule like a 2-mile race at the beginning of the year, just kind of as a prepper for racing. But yeah, all 5K, 3.1 miles for our whole season.
Awesome. And when you think cross country track, you're on conditions that are the same. You're usually on an all-weather track. So if you're running the mile or the 2-mile, it's simple. 8 laps for the 2-mile. But in cross country, you've got a little bit of I don't want to say obstacles, but a little bit of challenges built into a course.
Absolutely, yeah. And I appreciate that there are so many different kind of courses. Like the last couple of years, we've gone to Cuyahoga Valley, where it's totally different than Northwest Ohio.
Absolutely.
So it's nice to have some change in terrain, because we're so used to running flat ground here.
Right.
Yeah, but it is great to see that really it depends on what you can do on that day against your competition on the same course. You can't fully compare course to course because no course is identical to one another when you compare times week to week. Because I know we have kids that'll sometimes look at times from other meets that same day, and it's not a direct comparison.
Right, because it's a different kind of terrain.
Yeah.
So the cross-country team in the NWAL, correct?
Yep. So
we're facing those same teams that we always think about with all the other sports. What teams in the league are big competition for you guys?
So for boys, I would say Wasion returns quite a few. They lost one of their lead runners, but they have quite a bit back still. And then Archbold always is pretty deep. They have quite a few usually that come out for their team. So I would say Wasion, Archbold would be 2 of the strongest, and then for boys we should be right there, probably fighting for about 3rd, maybe even fighting for 2nd, somewhere near the front of the league, but it'll be difficult for us to win the league.
How about girls?
And then the girls side, again, we don't have a lot of depth, but we do have some really strong leaders in our top 3 or 4 runners. I'd say for the girls side, if we can go top 4, that would be a really good place for us to be. Again, Liberty Center has a pretty solid team. They don't have a huge team, but they have some talent back. So Liberty Center will be near the front. Patrick Henry has quite a bit coming up from 8th grade for the ladies, so they'll have a pretty deep team too, and they may fight for even a league championship this year. With Tim Atkinson is now the head coach at Patrick Henry, because he had been at Liberty Center.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he moved. That's interesting.
Yeah, and then Wasion will be pretty strong for girls too.
Your course here is at Rec Park. You said pretty flat, but it's still a nice facility to do cross country.
Yeah. We have changed our course a little bit. Now we're not crossing over. We'll just do a couple loops of the course on that side of the course. But it seems like it's flat. We've kind of cut some of the sharper turns, so now it's not. It's a little smoother, I guess I would say, than maybe what it was in the past. But yeah, it's flat, and I think our course should be pretty fast. And it'll be good.
Yeah. So what as you're getting ready for cross country, what are the kids doing to get ready? Are they running like lots more miles than 3? Are they working up to 3? Like how does it training happen for cross country?
So it really depends on kind of your grade level and what you've, not really grade level, but what year you are as a high school runner. Okay. So like if you're a first year runner in high school, we have you on more of a lower volume than say like Xander, who's been running for a few years. So in terms of like weekly mileage, we'll have our freshmen probably close to 25 or 30 miles, and then say our juniors, seniors will have more close to 40, 45 miles a week. Yeah, and that can change. I mean, like day to day, we usually have a long run on Mondays. Tuesday would be our quality workout of the week. Wednesday, a recovery day. Thursday, more of a moderate workout like a fartlek, or if you're familiar with fartlek, where you're changing paces, or a tempo run, which would be more comfortably strong. Friday as our pre-meet day, and then Saturday, hopefully we're good and ready to go for meets.
And then the schedule primarily works out to like Saturdays being invitationals or big meets, and then occasionally you might have a dual meet somewhere.
We have one Tuesday meet. It's all Saturdays otherwise, and our Tuesday meet's just the home meet.
Gotcha. So what is the goal as you're going through the season? Is it to just shave time as much as you can as you get towards the end?
We have quite a few that are. Not quite a few, but we have a few that are coming up from 8th grade, and I'd like to just see them get used to the 5K distance, and again watch their time just chisel as they become more comfortable with the 5K, and just as an overall group, just see us continue to improve over the course of the season.
Gotcha. All right, when you're looking at the two teams, you mentioned Xander already, but what are some of the other boys and girls whose names you might be hearing about?
I talked about Xander, and then we have Tony Faust coming up. He'll be a freshman. Colin Rockel, he'll be a dual sport soccer and cross country kid, and he should play a role somewhere in our varsity team too. We also have Dakota Brandenbury coming back. He'll be a sophomore. He should mix it up somewhere in our top 7. Tyler Wolf is our senior this year. He should be somewhere.
And he's a dual sporter
too. He is. He dual sports soccer and cross country. Braden Buchanan is new this year to cross country. He's a sophomore. But we have Connor Fisher as well coming up. He's done really well in his first couple days of practice, and he's a freshman this year. So we have some depth, but we're still trying to figure out on the boys' side really who our top 5 and who our top 7 may end up being.
How about on the girls' side?
Girls' side, Kate Thormeyer had a great track season.
She absolutely did.
Breaking 2 school records in the 16:32 and making it to state for the 1600. So seeing her break the school record this cross-country season would be great, and I know that's something that she'd like to do. So she should lead our girls team this year as a sophomore, and then Nicolette Stickney is a freshman, and she put in quite a few miles over the summer, and I'm excited to see what she's able to do. And Lexi Neves, she is a junior as a freshman. She made it to the regional meet as an individual. She's put in the miles over the summer too, and I'm excited to see what she can do. Likely as somewhere in our 2-3 is where she will likely be.
It's kind of exciting to see like the underclassmen really succeed and having a couple of years where they can continue to do great things.
Yeah, and we don't have any seniors for our girls, so everyone will be back next year.
That's awesome.
Should be back next year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts before we let you go?
No, thanks for doing the interview, and I'm really excited for the season ahead.
No problem. We're excited for the season as well. So best of luck to both the boys and the girls this season.
Thank you.
Coach Garrett Gleckler of the cross country team. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.